Hi, and welcome to Front Row Review. I am David Graves, and I bring in a guest host.
I'm Crystal Arbor.
Is there anyone else over there?
All right, ready?
Is that it? We're done?
We're done. All right, let's go. We'll be back later.
So what movie are we reviewing?
I don't know. I thought you were handling this.
Okay, I guess we'll review Iron Man. What about that?
I guess so.
Not the first one, the second one.
The one that comes after Iron Man.
So, Vince, was this the big, huge blockbuster, summer huge film that you were expecting?
Let me put it this way. I liked the film. I thought it was a good film. I just didn't... I was expecting a lot more from it. I was expecting a lot more boom! Boom!
Wow.
I was really, I don't know, I guess I was expecting this film to actually take Iron Man to another level, and it really, in some ways it did, in some ways it didn't.
Well, if you want to hear my opinion.
So what I thought about the movie was, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, if you want.
I thought the movie was great. I thought it was a great film. I just didn't think it was better than the first one, is what I'm saying. It didn't take it to the next level like I was expecting it to.
In his habitat.
There's a light on.
The only difference was, instead of him getting drunk and...
there's a light on.
Okay.
Anyway, Brandon, what do you think of Iron Man 2?
It was great.
Okay.
Well, see, it surprised me that Vince didn't like this movie. I was expecting him to go say, "Oh, it's the best thing ever."
Not the best thing I ever saw, but it was great.
See, remember if we did our trailer talk, remember what I said was it seemed like the movie was too hyped up. It was all over everything. And when they do that, usually it means the movie isn't as good as it's going to be. Because they're trying to squeeze as much cash out of the movie as possible. So when I went to go see it, now I liked it just like you did, but let me ask you a question. You ready for a question?
Hit us.
Question is, what was the first Iron Man plot? Tell me.
Well, you had a guy that was a weapons dealer, and his weapons were being sold to, or had been sold to terrorists.
Summarize, Vince.
His weapons had been sold by mistake to terrorists, and he realizes this and tries to change things in his life and change things around so that weapons aren't getting sold to the enemies so that they can fire them back at us.
He builds a suit. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
He builds a suit. The suit, the plans of the suit, what happens to him?
He becomes Iron Man.
No, they get stolen by somebody else. Somebody else creates an Iron Man suit and tries to take over.
They try to privatize as well as he is on the whole war effort. That's what he's basically saying.
Now hit me with the plot for the second movie.
You were rambling. What?
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 I didn't say anything.
What did you ask me?
What was the plot of the second movie?
Yeah, hit me with the plot for the second film.
Yeah, what's the plot for the second movie?
The plot for the second movie was someone else got a hold of the Iron Man, or tried to build the same identical Iron Man suit or type of weapon and create a weapon for the government.
Does that not sound familiar?
Yep.
Sounds pretty familiar to me.
It's the exact same plot from the first movie to the second movie.
Pretty much.
They just took that entire story and they changed it a little bit. It's the same plot for the second film.
Okay, one thing I was alluding to was that for this film too, I mean, it starts out really big. There's like a really big beginning to it, and then there's like 20 minutes of
Or for Fast and Furious.
Are we watching an Iron Man movie? Well, what is this? Until the next action scene, and then there's like 10 minutes of that, and the first half of this movie is like that. I mean, it's like one big action scene, 20 minutes of nothing. One big action scene, 20 minutes of nothing. I mean, it was kind of like that. The last half of the movie is actually really good. I really enjoyed the last half of the film.
You're leaving one thing out.
say that.
It was great. I loved it. I do agree with Vince that it was boring half through the movie, and there was action scenes through the movie. The biggest one of the action scenes was the end, which I just fainted for.
You fainted for?
I don't know.
You fainted in it?
Yeah.
I didn't know you fainted.
I just fell down right through my theater seat. And
Oh, that was you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I just fell down right another person. And she's like, get on me, get on me. Because I'm sleeping right here.
Well, you know, I didn't really think it was boring. I mean, it was kind of like, I think people go see a superhero film and they expect to have non-stop action through the whole thing, and it really wasn't like that. But, you know, I didn't mind it, you know, being a little slower than the first one, because they were trying, I think, to develop characters a little bit more. So I didn't really mind it that much. It was just a fact that, you know, they needed something more for Iron Man, because he has this, you know, incredible suit, and they didn't really give him an enemy that's worthy of Iron Man, I thought.
You know, the introduction of Whiplash in there, I think, was a good. It gave him something to fight. You know, that was actually more dangerous, I think, than the warmonger of the first one.
One banana, two banana, three banana, four bananas make a bunch and so do many more. Over hill and highway the banana buggies go, coming up to bring you the banana split show.
I thought they did a great job with War Machine. I thought they did a really, really good job with him.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think I liked War Machine. I like when that finally happens. I mean, the film is really, that's where it really picks up, and from that point on to the end of the film, it's really great. It's a really great film.
And so if people go into this film and expecting a non-stop action film, they're going to be disappointed. It's more story than action. Like you said, there's a big chunk in the middle of it that kind of slows down a little bit. But, you know, for the most part, out of all these summer films, again, you know, that we've gone and seen, it was disappointing a little bit.
So on the Big Norman scale, what would you give Iron Man 2?
You know, it's an okay movie, but that's the problem. It's just okay. I think I'll give this a 2.5.
What?
On a Norman scale. I'm sorry, but it doesn't throw in really any new characters or multiple characters into the Iron Man franchise. It just throws in one, and I'm just thinking, you know, they're just trying to go for a basic storyline.
Chris, you're fired.
Okay, I guess I can live with that one.
What I thought of the movie was, it wasn't a huge disappointment, but it was kind of a disappointment from what I was expecting. I was expecting a little bit more from it, I guess. So I'm giving it, you ready for this?
All right. Hit me.
A 4 out of 5.
Okay, so Brandon, what would you give Iron Man 2?
I would have to give it a 5 out of 5 naked wide.
Okay, so that was front row review, and are we forgetting anything?
So you don't want to know what I want to give it?
Or is that the end? I think that's the end, right?
Yeah, that's the end. I think so.
Right.
Okay, I would give this movie.
Oh, yeah, you didn't give it.
I forgot about that.
They leave me out of everything. Jeez. I would give Iron Man 2 a 4 out of 5.